Welcome. My name is Arlo, and this is Elemental Idea. And today we're going to be talking about Damsel. This is a new movie from Netflix. And right now, spoilers. It's going to be a spoiler review. This is a Netflix movie. If you didn't watch it yet, go watch it and come back. And if you don't mind spoiler, there is not too much to spoil in this movie. Basically, if you see a movie before, you will see what this movie is about since the beginning, right? But I'm gonna rock my costume. This is my Renaissance Fair costume, just because it looks like the theme. Because fantasy movies, fantasy novels, I really enjoy it. So yeah, let's go. Spoilers for Damsel. Cool. Damsel, the new crap movie from Netflix. And be ready, I'm gonna crap on this movie a lot. Because this movie is not good. It is one of the Netflix movies that you put in the background to your dog can watch it until you do the dishes. And then you say you watch Damsel. that's what this movie is. And we already know that the Netflix do this. They hire really good actors. They throw money at them. All right, do this movie. This is a bunch of money. And they do these crap movies. And basically, what Netflix does is they do this. An easy plot, barely a plot, some effects, and basically they do a long trailer, right? They do like a trailer, like, all right, this is the trailer for the movie. It looks nice, so make it 2 hours, and it's a movie. It's a trailer movie. That's what it is. And specifically this movie, and I must say, Millie Bobby Brown is way too much for this movie, and she's carrying the whole movie. The whole movie is her being dumb, but I don't think it's her fault. It's the script. Every single actor here, you can see it, is just catching a paycheck, right? Every single one of them. There is no one here that is not catching a paycheck. And this movie, it was released right now, but it's supposed to be released like 2 years ago when the girl power movement was on his hype. It didn't. And it's a girl power movement. Right there in the beginning, they told you.
Seize her!
This is another fairy tale when the princess is gonna be rescued by blah 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 blah. We don't care, all right? And I'm gonna talk a little more about this later on. But now, let me tell you about the plot of the movie. So, Eloise, that's Millie Bobby Brown, is the daughter of a poor lord, all right? And we know already she's a power girl because instead of doing whatever the ladies do at the time, she's chopping wood to help the people in the town because they cannot chop wood by themselves. All right, moving on. Like I told you, I'm gonna crap about this movie. It's not a good movie, so don't expect respect for. And by the way, after researching this, I knew that the guy who wrote this is the guy who wrote Fast and the Furious 10. So, that guy make a fantasy, and that's what you got. You got me? That's what it is. It's the same. And I also know, there is a book about this. And supposedly, the book is kind of good. I was looking some reviews of the book. I will never read this book because the movie killed it for me. But usually the books are better than movies, so it's what it is. For what I read in the movie, in the book, she is like kind of magical. She have like some reason for having these magical powers that she have. the movie. All right, let's go back to the movie. We're not here to discuss the books. I just want you to know there is a book, and they have more explanation about what she does, and it's supposed to be better. All right. In the movie, one emissary for one faraway kingdom comes to this poor town that Millie Bobby Brown, Elodie, yeah, like melody, but with M, without the M. All right, Elodie, and they offer to marry her to the prince for a bunch of money. Obviously, the dad of Elodie accept, and they travel all to this realm. And they get to the realm, and until this point, the movie is high fantasy, right? You see castles and people. It's a high fantasy movie for the first part, right? And this is important. I'm going to tell you why. Right?
I have made a match. A prince. We need this. Your people need you.
She gets to the realm and she's welcomed by the king and the queen and the prince, and basically the king is just, they could put a cardboard there. He not even have one line. The queen is the one doing the whole talking. This is what I tell you. Let me tell you this about. I told you it was the plot. Let's go with the plot. All right, the plot. They go there and they figure it out. They don't figure it out. They go there. They get welcomed by the royalty, and she gets prepared to be wed at the next day or at the same day. It goes like this, and she meets the prince, and there is a part here that he read a letter, and he says like, "Oh, you don't sound like everybody else," and she says like, "Oh yeah," and he says like, "Oh, you draw this heart," and she was like, "Oh yeah, I draw that." Oh, and then you see the actual picture is it's like a heart, an actual heart, with veins and stuff, and inside like a flower or something. And the whole movie this bothered me because why an actual heart? This is not something people will draw like in a love letter, but well, it's just the stuff that bothered me. So, Millie Bobby Brown, Elodie is way too pretty. What I mean by this is this. They're supposed to live in a medieval fantasy place. And she have long fake nails and a makeup that looks like they did it yesterday, like in Hot Topic makeup. And the one who do the makeup don't know the features of these actors. They put these long shadows on her eyes, and she's pretty, and she's not as pretty in this movie as she could be. I do like it as a red hair. As a blonde, she doesn't work, but as a red hair, she's way better. Okay, so everybody in this town have long plastic nails because no one lifts a finger, even if you came from chopping wood. Girl power. And the queen talks to her, talks to the stepmother. They let you know right away that they drag Angela Bassett on this. She's the stepmother. She has 4 lines in the movie, and I hope she gets paid well because she's way too good as an actress to be in this lame ass movie. But diversity, whatever. It's kind of annoying. She have a bad feeling. They get married. They go to this cave and they said to Elodie, "Oh yeah, this is a ritual that we do for generations in our town because whatever." And they cut her hand and the prince's hand. They put it together. So yeah, that is weird, but they do that. And then they give her a coin, and I have a coin like this. They give her like a big ass coin, Like, grab this coin. They will have no meaning later. And they threw him into a pit.
They may be royalty, but that doesn't make them good people.
Your hand, child.
Close your eyes. I've got you.
And that's it, she said. No, she doesn't die because she have the most wonderful and powerful and super plot armor in the world. She fell into the pit. It's a big ass pit, like, I don't know. She fell like for 10 seconds. So do your own math. She hit branches and stuff and the floor. She wake up and she is loose and she's trying to get her way and she starts screaming for help to the people that threw her in the pit. I told you about this movie. Told you. It's not a good movie. Right, she keeps screaming and she heard a voice that talked to her and said like, oh, run little bear or whatever. And it's a dragon, a female dragon. That is important because remember, every single character in this movie is female. And I think they try to do this female empowerment. That's not how it goes across because you have the queen and the queen is the cherriest person ever. And you had the dragon, and this dragon, I think it was a Hollywood producer before because she can hold a grudge like no one, right? This is gonna be important later when I tell you what is happening with the dragon. And we have Millie Bobby Brown, that she's super powerful. Okay, she figured out that the dragon wanna kill her. The dragon wanna kill her. Spitfire her. She starts running through the cave, and she get to like a little lake inside that smell bad, and she find these worms that glow, and they're also magical. If you put it in your skin, it will heal you, and this is also important because they play all this later. The healing worms in the cave, and if you had these healing worms in the world, I don't know why it's suffering, but okay. Get up myself. All right. So, yeah, she's in the pit. She's running. The dragon. This is what I told you. When she's threw into the pit, that's already the second act, and this second act is more like a horror movie, or they try to be like a horror movie. We forget about the fantasy movie, and she's just going through inside the cave, jumping, breaking bones, and it's a weird turn. Alright? She gets to the center. Oh, the dragon some point find her. The dragon knows the cave, so the dragon keep shooting fire at her, and she keep getting better, and she heal herself with the worms that also are a lamp. Cool, I guess. She get to the center of the cave, and in the center of the cave is a safe place that apparently the dragon cannot get, and she find a map, and the map is a map of the cave that supposedly other princesses that were thrown into the pit draw, but they let you believe that no one escaped the dragon. So it's just dumb, the whole map stuff. She fall asleep, she have a dream, someone tell her, one of the princesses of the past tell her, oh, this is all a lie. And we forget about that for the rest of the movie. Because I don't even know what it means. But what it means, I do know what it means after thinking about it. What it means is that they lie to the dragon, and the way they lie to the dragon is, remember the ritual with the blood? The dragon is collecting 3 princesses every year, apparently, from this kingdom, because in the beginning of the movie, they attack her, and we find out that the king that attacked her kill her babies. The 3 last dragons he kills. And then the dragon for hundreds of years has been killing 3 princesses annually for this transgression that she suffered. And this is what I told you, she really can't hold a grudge. So we found out that the first king was bad, killed these people, and the dragon has been killing 3 princesses. And the way the royal family did this is they go find someone to marry the prince, marry with the prince, put the blood on it, and in some point she have like this little incense thingy in her, and it was like, oh yeah, this is because they put the smell of the family there. No, it's just for her to have a little lamp. That's all right. Missed opportunity right there. This movie is bad. I hope you know already. She goes through the cave, trying to escape, and she finds out that one of the princesses drew the exit to the cave. She go there, and the whole time I'm thinking, how someone drew the exit to the cave. Because if you're running from a dragon and you get out, you find the exit, you don't go back to the cave. Oh, let me leave this map here. It's so dumb. She goes to this exit, and it's an actual exit, but it's a hole in the mountain, and it's way too high to go, whatever. And the dragon finds her there, and she finds out that the princess who drew that in the cave is there, dead, because the dragon incinerated her. Alright, let's call it plot hole and keep going with the movie. So we get to the third act, we figure out that the dragon was lie and someone killed the dragon babies, and then she's been killing people for generations, and that's how the kingdom, the future kings and the bloodline of this king has been assholes and been collecting princess and throwing it into the pit. And I don't know why they go that far away to do that. They can grab any peasant in that own kingdom, and I think it will be easier. But it's what it is. It's the Damsel movie. So, the last act, the dad of Elodie come back to rescue her because he cannot live with the idea that he sent her daughter to die. So he come back, and the dragon bodies him, kills him. And at the end, he asks for forgiveness, and Elodie forgive her dad. And that's it. And Elodie escapes the cave because her dad have a rope, and that's a rope, and that's she climbed the rope and she escaped. And the dragon get really pissed about it, and the dragon come out from the mountain and burn the sky. Yeah, she burned the sky. So the dragon kidnapped little the queen figured out that the dragon is mad because he's burning the sky and everybody's alive still for some reason again. She goes to the boat with Elodie family is, kidnap her little sister and take it to the cave and threw it. And marry with the king, the princess her way, put the blood on it, and boom, to the pit. And she's dead. No, she's not dead. She also survived. Somehow. So Elodie and the stepmom, poor Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett was stabbed in the kidnapping, but she managed to get a horse, and she's trying to rescue the little sister. She finds Elodie, and Elodie says, "Oh no, just stay here. I will rescue my sister." And she goes back to the cave. In the cave, she finds her sister, and the dragon have her like, "Cold, your sister will come from you." And I was like, "Yeah, but your whole deal is you wanna kill three girls from this line, so kill this one and that's it. You all set up." But the dragon is really pissed because Elodie escaped, and this dragon can hold a grudge. Is the grudgiest dragon ever. Okay, so Elodie sneak into the dragon, put a blade, and in some point in the movie, she don't load the matrix, and she now know how to use a sword. She put the sword, she messed up the eyes of the dragon, and at the end they have this beautiful scene that the dragon breathes and the air goes into a pillar, and it's like a wave in the pillar, and the air goes like this, and Elodie says, "Oh," and he stand in front of the pillar and says, "Oh, burn me, because if you're gonna kill me now." And the dragon goes and spit fire, and Elodie jumps with the incredible plot armor, and the fire goes into the pillar and go back to the dragon, and the dragon is now dying from her own fire. But Elodie is way too nice. Go to the dragon and says, "Oh, they lied to you. You're just been murdering innocent people. You should be murdering these bad people." Huh? Okay. So he grabbed a bunch of healing worms, put it on the dragon, put it on herself, and she's now friends with the dragon. And they go back to the kingdom. And this is when the director of this movie wants you to know he watched Game of Thrones. Because he enters like Daenerys. The first ad is high fantasy, the second ad is horror, and the third ad is Game of Thrones Season 8. There you have it. Wonderful movie. She goes into the castle. She just walks. Because this castle, with everybody's rich, they have not even one guard. And everybody is in the center of the castle, marrying another princesses with the prince. Because they need to keep throwing princesses into the pit, I guess. And she have this speech like, "Oh, we're supposed to fear you now," says the queen. And she says like, "No, you're not supposed to fear me." And he says to the princesses like, "Go to your family." And she listens to her. Because she's messed up. I guess. She looks like a China princess warrior. And she said, Millie Bobby Brown, Elodie says, like, "You should fear. This is the end of your reign," whatever. And the dragon comes out and burn everybody. By the way, the dragon burned everybody. And when the queen gets burned, it is so weird because she's burning everything but her face. Even the golden crown melts, and then it's when she melts. And I was like, that's not how metal works. But once again, do not apply logic or storytelling to this movie. You're gonna be disappointed, deeply disappointed. So she's walking out, and the dragon is flying over her. And she also have like, you remember that when Daenerys was standing and the dragon flies, and she have the wings of the dragon too? Elodie had that too, because she also have a dragon. They burn the whole kingdom, and they go into the poor kingdom town where she used to live. And she have a dragon now, and she's gonna travel the world with the weird ass dragon that is killing everybody. And that's the end of the movie. And this movie is another Netflix movie that should never exist. And I hope that all the actors and actresses here get paid well, because they're good actors and they're better than this. Oh, one stuff. This Elodie, she's supposed to be running into a cave and some predator is chasing her, and she keeps screaming. The whole time she keeps screaming. She should be dead. It's a plot armored way too much. So that was my ideas on Damsel. Sorry, I told you. Netflix do these high budget movies that are not too good, but we watch it. I watch it, so now you have a review. So if you like what you see here, maybe subscribe and like. That will really help. And if you want to see more, click here or here or here to see more. My name was Arlo. This was Elemental Idea. Thank you.